I like the part where they normally never leave their thing on the ground. They always collect their thing on the board. Do we have one house? Hello? I'm grateful to be here on behalf of the keynote speaker who was perfectly introduced. He is not here today as he actually really planned to be here. But instead, I am here as a brother, as a friend, as a fellow educator, and a fellow leader. Pastor Deborah Ann Toga, the birth mother of this vision, about all of us here today. Mr. Preparator Marcus Shasha, Madam Principal, the man in whose authority or whose territorial boundaries I find myself, His Excellency Vency H. Doyen, the President of the Graduating Class 2025 and 26. I have to recognize this man because he controls power. If I don't mention him, he has the authority to let his military to seize me, or is she, a lady? She has the authority to give order to have me arrested. So they came here and told all that thing. How will the president recognize me? You're going somewhere. So Madam President, I recognize you in a special way. Distinguished guests, respected parents and guardians, members of the faculty, our dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is good to be here. I bring you greetings from my family, my daughters and sons, your age, and even older, who would have loved to also come with me, but since it is a Saturday, it is usually a time where domestic works are done for preparation of the new week they chose to stay. It is with great joy and gratitude that we come together today to celebrate the 5th graduation ceremony of ARA Recreation Academy. I would love to say recreation, which means we recreate leaders, great people, transformers of society. This is a remarkable journey of the class of 2025-2026. And I am proud, I was glad to hear the motto of the class, fearless achievers. It means in the space of battle, in the space of terror, these men and women sitting over there were fearless in all that they did. And their fearlessness has brought all of us from our different locations, from our homes, from our busy schedules, to gather here, clap our hands, make all the noise in celebration of their fearlessness, which got them transitioning from one level to the other in their academic sojourn. I was listening to the speeches made by these young, brilliant people, and I told myself, ARA Recreation Academy is succeeding in building a firm education foundation a foundation that will withstand the weight that this country contains. If you don't know the weight that this country contains, then you will never understand the foundation that is being built, how it will help to withstand that weight. We face a weight of corruption, massive one, rampant, someone who described it. We face a weight of drug abuse taking over the young people. We face a weight of young women being abused simply because of the way they are dressed. I mean, people justify that by that, which doesn't make sense. But these are the weight that this country has. A weight that people choose themselves over the next person. A weight of selfishness, a weight of greed, a weight that defines the me, myself, and I situation. That weight that this country has needs stronger foundation to withstand. And so I want to thank the ARA Recreation Academy for building that firm foundation. That's what came to me when I heard the speeches, the composure of these young people. And if they are this young and they can perform as they are, it tells me that the future is bright. Congratulations, dear graduates. Your success is a statement to your determination, the support of your families, and the commitment of your teachers. I appreciate the simple but powerful mission ARA Recreation Academy is built upon. It says to provide quality education to children whose parents cannot afford the minimum financial requirements of government-funded schools. Because the dreamers of this noble institution or this establishment believe that every child deserves the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to dream, regardless of their financial background. This mission reminds me of my time growing up. It was like every other child in this room who this vision chose to attract. I was also a young man growing up whose parents could not afford. At even a younger age, I faced the shock of my parents separating from one another. That separation had me taken to one. So I was raised by a single mother. A mother who could not afford, just like the parents of many of these young people. She had to sell the kobo, the papido. By then, the kobo was not expensive. It's not like now where you need $500 to eat. Then a bowl of rice was just $10. And a single mother would have to sell that to send her children to school. It was not just me, it was me and two others who she had to raise. And so I benefited a lot from institutions like these. Institutions established to give aid to children whose parents could not afford. At some point, I benefited from what we call wards in school. A teacher who teaches in school will have an opportunity to at least bring 2 or 3 students to attend the school free of charge. And so, men who lived in the community or who taught in the schools where I attended will see that after some time the child is dropping, but he looks so clever, let me put him on the wall. And so by the grace of God and people like the vision bearer of this institution, we got to where we are today. So what you're witnessing here today is not something small. It is something that will build the future, that will transform this country. It comes from one child to another. And thank you also for your support as parents. That even though you might not be paying huge sum or paying school fees, but you ensure that your child comes to school not dead. You ensure that you can sell the pepper, the bitter gourd, the okra, you can sell fire coal, you can sell your own cocoa too, just like my mother did. And you can buy shoes, you can buy uniform, you can buy copybooks, pencils for the children to come to school. Thank you too, parents, for that. I also read the vision which goes beyond the classroom. It speaks of the dream of a community where children are no longer roaming the streets during school hours, where young people are protected from dangers of drugs and crime, and where education becomes the foundation for hope and transformation. Every child who benefits from the education offered within these walls is another step towards building a stronger and better Liberia. Dear graduates, as you move forward, remember that education is not only about passing examinations or earning certificates. Education is a transformational tool. The true meaning of education is difference. Say difference. Let me hear you say difference. Education means difference. The difference between a man who is educated or a woman who is educated cannot be the same as a man or a woman who is not educated. We all born in a society. We grow up, we get schooled by our parents. Society places its own responsibility or takes its own responsibility, and it teaches us lessons. Then we come to the institutions that mold us even more. And when we are going through that molding process, then we become different. We become different from the way we see things now. We become different from the way we speak. We become different from the way we reason. We become different from the way we embrace society. So if a man is not educated, he sees things differently. He reasons differently. When he comes to this war and he gets out, this is a place where the iron is put in the fire. It is taken from their shapeless. It is beaten and molded, and it comes from there, it becomes a sword. Beautiful sword.